My last words would be that the mothers are the first teachers and that we have a responsibility to teach our children these basic fundamentals and nation building. And so if our mothers teach these lessons to their little ones, they may learn to love instead of hate, and love conquers all. And that's what it's about.
I'm sorry, I don't mean that too.
How you doing, brother?
Y'all got all these, what's going on here? They were giving away food, man. What y'all do here, man? Y'all got these hats on? What kind of organization is this?
Well, it's not a hat, it's a fez. This our religious national headdress.
Religion, can I talk to you about it?
Yes, sir. How you doing? What's your name?
Oh, you got one on too.
Yes, sir. This is my big
Reverend
brother.
Point blank. So y'all call each other brother.
Yeah.
And what's the significance of that, basically? Because we all brothers, or does it represent anything in the organization?
Well, come on, have a seat and we'll talk about that.
Appreciate it. Because this is a trip to me, because I've traveled the world a couple of times, and I've been around all kinds of religions and organizations, and some places I can't say Jesus, they'll cut my head off, and some places I can't say, just saying. So how do you orchestrate around that being, what's different and what makes this grab everybody and include everybody? First of all, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Jermaine Robinson Bay.
Jermaine Robinson Bay. I'm the
to
Reverend
meet you.
Point Blank, and again.
Brother Corey Linde Ill.
Pleasure to meet
Is
you.
that your, is that a name you gave yourself?
No.
Because of, your parents gave it to you?
My parents gave my name Corey Linde.
Uh-huh.
And when I proclaimed my nationality, the ill was given to me.
I see, and what does that mean?
The ill?
Yeah.
Ill is another name for God.
Oh, well, I ain't got no
Yes.
problem with that.
Yes.
In the streets it means bad, but okay.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the organization, man. How it's going to be, if I was a Christian, or if I was, a Muslim or something else, what makes it different, and what is the difference?
Well, this is the Moorish Science Temple of America. Noble Jew Ali is the founder. The Moorish Science Temple of America was founded in 1913 by Noble Jew Ali, who was born in 1886 in the state of North Carolina. Noble Jew Ali, when we talk about him, we must talk about what he brought.
Okay.
And what he brought was a divine plan of the ages. Founded the Moorish Science Temple of America, incorporated the Moorish Divine and National Movement. Yeah.
Really? So what is it that he founded? Tell me a little bit about the organization. Okay, I got that part. He seems to be a pillar in this organization, the one who, like one of the other persons that claim or say that they are founder of one of the religions. Tell me about the religion. What did he find, and how it's affected people that you're ministering to?
Our religion is Islamism. Islam is a very simple faith.
Islamism.
Islam is the practice of peace.
Okay.
Another word for Islam is peace.
Okay.
So we practice peace.
I got it.
And that's the religion that we practice as Moorish Americans.
What is a Moorish American?
Moorish Americans is the descendant of the ancient Moabites, whom inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa.
You mean like the River Niger and those places over near Kilimanjaro? What are we talking about?
Yes, over in that area, throughout the world.
All right.
Yeah, throughout the world. Yeah.
So how did Catholicism or Jesus, or how did those affect the operation, and why are they so separated?
Well, I tell you this, when we talk about controversy, religious controversy, men are racing, throughout this age, seeking, trying to find themselves.
Right.
According to whom this God, whom they say they worship.
I see.
And so, we understand that during the Reconstruction period, and things of that nature, the name given to a river, right? Because it contained black water. People call themselves today black, colored, Negro people. Chattel slavery. It was a system that was created to keep these people downtrodden. It was a master plan.
Right.
It was put in science. So Noble Drew Ali being our founder, our prophet of this Moorish diaspora.
So I mean, cut you off. You're talking about the Jesus thing and all the false religions that claim to be taking your salvation, but they're treating you as slaves or changing your name. Like, is this what we're talking about? Like that?
Yeah.
So the Moorish is bringing people back to the originality of our founding fathers, of people of who we really are as a people.
Come on, brother. Come on.
Well, who is this brother? I mean, what does he do? I mean, how do you? I'm looking at he's right next to you.
This is my big brother, the Supreme Grand Governor of the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Wait a minute. I know what a president. What is a supreme?
Yes, sir.
What is it again?
Supreme Grand Governor.
What is that, please?
Well, my office oversees the grand governors and governors of the organization. My job is to make sure that the prophet's laws are out front. This is how we maintain the integrity of the Moorish Science Temple of America.
And your physical job with the temples around the country?
Around the country, yes.
I see. So when you go in there, you just make sure that the preparation for the operation of the procedure is done properly.
That's right.
I
Yes,
see.
sir.
So how long you been in Moorish?
Well, I proclaimed my nationality back in 2002, and I signed on with my Supreme Grand Sheikh in 2009.
Wow, and I'm just thinking about that. There's a whole lot to get into, but some people were telling me about it that the police can't do this and they can't ask you for no driver's license and certain things like these things I was hearing.
Yeah.
So I don't know because I've never done it. I just, if you could tell me, maybe even later, is that something?
I can tell you now if you like.
Tell me now. I mean, if police stop me, do I have to give them my driver's license?
Well, we say
as a Moorish.
well, first of all, we have to identify that thought is the cause of everything. So we don't think about those things. If you think about those things happen. But if they happen,
okay.
the prophet teaches us that if we'll save ourselves, we think for ourselves. So what he has done for us has broadened our minds and broadened our perspective. He allows our mind to open up to laws and legalities and things of that nature. Yes. Versus a person who doesn't think that they are a citizen of this country. We understand that all true American citizens have to study up on the Constitution and things of that nature. So we more study the Constitution, right? Not to get out of jail. But we study the Constitution so that we can help maintain our freedom, as well as assisting our brothers and sisters who are in adversity.
No, that's real interesting, and one of the things that people don't get about the organization is these kinds of principalities. They'll go to one subject like they do with Jesus. They'll say they use the word to justify their wrong, or they'll use the operation to do dirt.
Right.
But I appreciate the work you're doing. Where am I end up at? I mean, when all's said and done, everybody going to heaven. I mean, both going to hell. Where am I going to end up at if I become a Moor?
Well, we're taught in the Moorish Science Temple of America that heaven is a state of mind.
All right.
Yeah, because Noble Drew Ali came to save a people from mental slavery.
I go along with that one.
So, state of mind, that's your heaven. You can create your hell too, and that's a state of
Absolutely.
mind.
So thus the teaching from the history, having the knowledge, quite frankly, if they'd have taught us that we invented this and the light bulb and we invented the rotary engine and all these things in school, then we wouldn't have the mentality. Willie Lynch did a heck of a job on us. And it brought tears to my eyes when I read that letter, and it supposedly is 300 years old. But if it was 3 weeks old, it's too long for that to be happening to us. I come to find out that history tells us that when they were bringing slaves in, they had 5 or 6 different slaves from different tribes. And, they didn't speak the same language. And they gave one man a tuna sandwich and everybody else ate bread and water. They gave him milk with his, and they thought that's how I don't know if that happened. But that's what's going on.
Man.
I mean.
Yes.
So where do we get to? Y'all having a function, and what's this function about that you guys are doing?
Yes. This is our 96th annual convention of the Moorish Science Temple of America. 96 years.
96. Almost 100 years.
Come on, you say almost 100.
A century.
Come on, man. Yeah, and today is 2023. Isn't that something?
That is something.
Yeah.
So okay.
This is our annual national convention. Actually, today is we're closing out. It's from October 15th to the 20th. Today is our last day. We'll be closing out. And we hope that you be with us as we close out our night session tonight here in the auditorium here at the center of Inglewood, 838 West Marquette Road.
Are y'all here every year, or this is one of the locations that you
Yes.
choose when you do your events? Is it a different city, or?
Yes, we here. We have also subordinate temples and branch temples throughout this country.
Okay, so let me get to some brass taxes. So what are the things that the Moorish Temple of America are doing for the people in the community? I got my cameraman. He gives away food. He gives away clothing. He does all these different type of things. One of the reasons why I'm working with him, because his organization is Why We Are One.
Okay.
And that's what we are.
Come on,
we are actually
come on.
one. So I met him. He was working with a nonprofit, and they were giving away food and stuff. And he did this for 2 or 3 years, no pay.
Okay.
And now he has his own nonprofit. This is a nonprofit organization, obviously,
Yeah.
right? The Moorish Temple, is that a nonprofit organization?
Well, we have subsidiaries that are non-profit, for-profit, but we definitely not in that particular realm. We under the Religious Corporation Act.
So how do you fund the organization?
Well, we make a call out for finance to our membership.
I see.
Those who can subscribe to as much as they're able to.
And for the subscription, what do they get?
What's that again? I'm sorry.
What do they get? Continued? I mean, what do they get? I mean, yeah. If I'm giving money, I'm expecting something. Is it just the teaching? Is that enough, or is there some kind of care, some kind of service provided here, some kind of aid or something like that?
Yes.
All of the above. More importantly, we're dealing with those who first have race pride. And if you love your race, you're willing to sacrifice to have something like the Moorish Science of America, the Body Beautiful, which provides caring, protection, things of that nature. We'll be here all day describing what it is that we actually can do, but the main thing that we deal with is identification. The German person here in this country, the Italian people in this country that are also nationals have someone to vouch for them, someone like a consulate or an embassy, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. What does that mean, right?
Oh, the Circle 7?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I see he got one on, and he got something else on, and everybody got a pendant on.
Yes.
Just tell me what it means.
Well, the 7 represents the perfect number.
I see.
It also represents the art of perfection. We have 4 breaks. They represent some of the inspirations of our prophet, the teachings of Buddha, Muhammad, and Confucius.
Yeah.
See, we say that's Islam too.
Well, is that like the number of completion?
The number of perfection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
No, because
Yes.
I've been studying some things, and mathematically, I had to come up with mathematically, not in that, but
okay.
I came up with a number that I thought. Some people say 7, some people say 8, some people say But I realized the number of completion is 9.
9. That's right. That's Moorish.
Yeah, because when you get to 9, you gotta go back to 0. And if you take the number 9 and times the any number, it comes out 9.
9. That's right.
9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 8 and 1, and it goes on and on. And it takes one about 9 months to give birth to a baby.
Right.
That's how you talk about the 9 planets in the solar system. I mean, I'm saying,
Come on.
it's deep, but people have to understand these things in order to be able to. The main thing I teach, and the one reason I'm sitting here, and I appreciate it, I love what you guys are doing, I teach a person to find their buried treasure.
Come on now.
The only way to do that is to know who you are. You're going to spend 8 hours a day going to this job. How many hours do you spend taking an inventory of your business?
Good question.
Who are? What your bad habits are? What your good habits are? Who you are? What you do? What you hate? What you love to do? Your gifts and talents. 1 hour a day. I started doing that, and I came up. I started 1 hour, turned it into 3 hours. I didn't get no sleep for 3 months.
Come on now.
And some people may take a lifetime to get this.
Teach it,
I was
brother.
hungry enough for trying to find out why I was in Europe, trying to find out where I was going in life. So I learned all of these things, and quite frankly, some of them have a better foundation than a lot of religions, a more firm foundation, particularly when it comes to black people, and that's relative to white people too. They don't understand where they came from. So, and that's why I'm having this conversation. I want to be able. We're doing a piece called CHUCH, and that includes everybody. We have Muslims, Islam, we got Catholicism, we got Buddhism. We just want people to get together and tell the truth.
Come on now.
We can deal with it if you tell the truth.
That's it.
So I appreciate that. Now, how do you join? How do you get into this organization? And you got a bunch of people in here doing stuff. And where the grand chief?
We got our secretary right here for one.
Yes.
Our brother, man, and friend.
Can I get? I want. Come on over now. You sit down. You come on over here, man. No, cool. Come on over here. I'm good. I know how to deal with this.
Oh.
Now you the secretary of
The Moorish Science
you handle the
Temple.
money
Yes. And the records.
in the records.
Yes.
The records. You mean like the membership?
Membership records, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna kneel down here.
Pleasure to meet you.
And no, it's my
I'm gonna
pleasure.
get you a chair.
Oh, I'm cool right now. Oh, here you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you a chair. Come on now.
So you're the secretary. What made you get into it? How long you been in it, first of all?
I've been a member since 2015.
And what made you get in it?
What made me get in it was a few years prior to me joining the Moorish Science Temple of America, I had undergone a spiritual journey. I used to belong to the church. Prior to that, I had history in the Nation of Islam. And so I was still in search of myself.
Right.
There were some missing pieces. There were some questions about my identity
I understand.
that I had. And there's no disrespect to those other institutions, but they weren't able to give me what I was looking for.
I get it.
I grew up in a household where I was told I was black. And I was also told that I was part Cherokee Indian. So growing up, that never left me. And when I became an adult, I wanted to search for my true identity, not only for myself, but so that I would be able to teach it to my children. And so that was like a year-long process. I was on the internet, I was reading books, I was researching. And so it wasn't until I came into the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Did you meet one of these brothers, or who did you meet?
When I first came
How'd you-
in,
yeah,
I
what
met my current Supreme Grand Sheikh, who was the Supreme Grand Sheikh
Is
at
he
that
in the
time.
neighborhood? Is he?
Yes, Brother Kenya Umar Bey.
Is he here today?
He is.
Yes, sir.
Can we talk to him?
Sure.
not?
Yeah, why
Okay,
not?
I'm sorry. Continue. I just want to talk to the boss man. Go ahead.
So that's what began my journey in the Moorish Science Temple of America. I was in search of self.
Well, that's
My
what we've been
true
talking about,
identity.
right? That's what
Yes.
we've been basically talking about. Because in order for you to bring a person in your life, or get a job, or do anything, you need to know why you're doing it and how that fits who you are. If you don't know that, it's impossible to do it. So currently, what y'all doing and where y'all want to go from this point? Where y'all want to take this thing? And what's the end game?
Well, let me preface it by this. Prophet Noble Drew Ali came to, he brought us our nationality and our divine creed back. He also educated us on the subject of birthrights. He also educated us as to who we truly were. Number one, we are Moorish Americans. He came teaching us, and he left us literature that we can utilize to build up our people. He taught us how to be ourselves. So no longer do we have to look at ourselves in the world through the lenses of another people. He gave us our own pair of eyeglasses by which to view ourselves and the world, not based on myth, but historical fact.
So this is kind of like a Black Wall Street thing, right? I mean,
Well, it's bigger than Black
well,
Wall
no,
Street,
I'm
but yes.
saying I got that, but you know, some people don't want to see us together, and it's sad that Mexicans are doing as good as they are. I love them because they are unified. I don't like a lot of things they do, but I love them because they're unified. I don't like us because we are not unified, and that is, I love us, and I love us. I'm saying some of the things that dark people do is just a shame, and it's embarrassing, and it's an offense to our color, to our race of people, and it continues to put a stain on who we are. So I'm imagining that the Moorish Science Temple of America, are steady putting that out there and bringing people into the fold that can understand that, and y'all want to continue to help them to develop and grow and leave some kind of legacy for their kids to carry this thing on. Right?
Well, the ingredient of that is the teaching of love. You know, we're teaching race pride, of course, which is loving your race, loving your people, and that's basically what our primary foundation, which is the Holy Quran, the Moorish Science of America, is about. Teaching you how to love, and of course, love starts in the household. Love starts outside of yourself. You know, loving your neighbor, etc., etc., and then it employs into a nation, and that's the goal: getting our people to understand that we are a nation of people.
Yes.
See, you just described a group of people who have a nation, and they don't have to grow up and teach love your own kind or your own people because they're a nation. Our people don't know they're a nation. We're still tribal in nature.
Right.
You know,
Separated.
so, yes.
I gotta say this. Do I have to do something special? Because I smoke weed every day.
All right.
Every day. I gotta give up smoking weed to be a Moorish. I'm serious. I'm not even lying to you. I smoke weed. I've been smoking weed for 50 years.
Wow.
50. I used to live in Amsterdam. I've been to 16 different cannabis cups around the world. I smoke some weed. I know Eddie Lepp. I know all those cats and famous in the game.
We're taught to keep our vices out of the public's eye, so there won't be any confusion caused in that. But we also ask that you at least work on that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, here's the thing. Let me share this with you. When it comes to that, I've had people say, "I ain't gonna stop until I'm going home with it." All my videos, I'm smoking. I'm not smoking now because I'm in the Moorish Science Temple. I wouldn't do that.
Yes.
But I'm saying to you guys, I'm straightforward, and for me, and I drink a little wine every now and then. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, we teach, number one, what you do in your own home is your personal business.
Well, personal,
of course, as an organization, no organization would promote anything that would be a detriment to the health of its membership. So we're no different in that regard. Now, again, what you choose to do on your own accord, that's between you and your God. We don't stand behind that,
right?
But we understand that man has free will.
Yeah.
So we're not in this to control our members.
Yeah.
We are in this to implore our members to work from within self, get to know of their higher and their lower self, get to know how you can employ some inner strength to change the course in the direction of your life.
Right, absolutely.
And then based on that, you're useful for this mission of uplifting fallen humanity. And if you choose to go further, there are ways where you can further your learning.
I've done a lot of things in my life, and I never did anything I couldn't control. So I don't do drugs, like drugs, because I don't mess with something that I can't control. I just don't do that. And I found out that a person, once he learns control, he can pretty much do anything he want to do.
That's right.
And I'm not flashy with it where I'm going to offend someone. If you're in my space, you're in my space, and I appreciate that. So I know some churches. There's 15,000 churches in Chicago. 15,000.
15,000.
And their Bible said there's one church, one God. I can't get that. And some of them across the street from each other. And here you have a church that's got 10,000 members. You got people with clothes, refrigerators, stoves, and stuff that they ain't using. Got people that need it, and they don't even know each other.
Right.
So I'm saying, how do you, with all these chapters, how do you bring all these people together so they don't need no money? Just, I need a guy that can fix my plumbing. I need a stove. And there's people that, you understand what I'm saying? I'm thinking that's what I'm doing. I have a TV show I'm putting together. It's a TV show. It's called CHUCH.
Come on.
And I got everybody in there, and I let over the door, it's just come as you are. So all the pimps and players, everybody in there. We dealing with that. That's what we do. So it's a comedy, but it's a real deal. So, and I'd like for you guys, just this interview is enough for me to use, but I want somebody that can represent you guys in our TV show. And you don't have to change anything, because see, I got 9 different characters that I write for. And these characters are based on what I learned about the church. And I ain't gonna say their names, because I'm gonna halfway say their names, but I'm gonna be respectful. I'm the Reverend Point Blank. Now, Deacon Lion Cash is my first deacon.
Wow.
Sister Mo handle my money.
Oh, good.
Deacon Sucker Stick run the choir.
Right.
Now I got Deacon I Wish a Ninja Would, and Deacon I Wish a Ninja Please, and they at the front door.
Right.
Okay.
And they got 9 millimeters.
Ooh-wee.
There's a window, a mirror there that you don't see. So your Gucci don't matter. If you're a hole, the mirror gonna show the hole.
Right.
And they gonna pull their pencil and say, which do you want to be saved? Because you can't come in the door pretending you something that you're not.
That's it.
And that's the whole thing. So when I go to these, I see these churches, they got people selling crack right on the same corner. They got people leaning on right across the street. So I don't get that. And then you say you following Jesus, but Jesus, he didn't have no Stacey Adams or no crocodiles.
Right.
He had some sandals. He didn't have no $1 million mansion. He had a donkey he didn't ride.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He had nowhere to stay.
Yeah.
Right.
So how you following Jesus? So when I was pastoring, I come up from Chicago, so I'm passing them down to Texas, and I'm going to the, to the bars, and I'm seeing my members there. So I swear to God, after about 3 years of that, I come to church with my just jeans and no suit and tie on. I went straight into my office. And they kept me. I said, no, just call me when it's time. They opened the door and I came out. I went up and put my finger up and said, F all y'all. And I walked out the door.
Interesting.
When I got out the door, I went home and I decided to come to Chicago. I came to Chicago and my mother, she said, so what's wrong with you, boy? I knew, your mama knows something wrong.
Right.
I said, Mama, this God thing. If you ain't Church of Christ, I said, Mama, I don't want to hear that shit. And I said it just like that. I never said that word to her before. And she said, what? And I went to L.A. So when I got to L.A., I found out that L.A. was garbage with the deception and all the fake people. So when you take that and you take what I've been through and you take all the places and you take this organization, how do I make sense of it? A person that don't know, how do they make sense of that? How do they find themselves in that with the Moorish Science Temple of America? How do they find a way out of all this chaos and all this, misuse and confusion?
Well, number one, we teach our people. We get into history. We get into law. And we show our people where they are at in the scriptures. And then from a historical perspective and a law perspective, we show how we are related to one another. Mexicans are Muslims, according to our lessons. Nicaraguans.
Yes, sir.
Japanese.
I
These are
agree.
all Muslims according to the teachings of our Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And so we work from there. That's a common point. We're all Muslims. And so, again, we teach and we show that common thread that runs among all the different societies, non-European societies across the planet. And so we start there. We get into the particulars. We require simple adherence to our laws and customs within the Moorish Science Temple of America, with the intent that the member will learn the truth about him or herself, which is number one, that they're not Negro, Black, or colored, because these were names that were given to slaves
Absolutely.
by slaveholders in 1779 through 1865, which was the time period known as slavery. Right. So we start there with a historical walk to, get our member familiar with some things that just took place not too long ago.
Now you know what's going on in this city alone with these young people.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do about what do we give them right away that can make them say, wow, I want to stop doing what I'm doing? What do we say to them to make them stop the activities that they're doing in the city? Just young brothers that want to work. This young brother was 19 years old when I met him.
We just got to speak to them. I mean, the older generation have gotten to a point where they don't say anything to the young people. I was born in the 70s. So in the 70s, we had those in high society talking with you, those middle class would talk with you. Even the person laid out drunk would try to bring some motivation to you, you know what I'm saying? So the problem is social. becoming a little bit more social and being more approachable as well too, and not shunning our people who are in a particular condition or adversity. Also, what we're teaching in our organization that could also help them out is the higher self and the lower self. There is no God and there is no devil. Everything is within.
I get it.
And so if we follow the instructions from our holy prophet by teaching the difference of the consciousness that comes from the higher self and the consciousness that comes from the lower self, then it has destroyed my devil. That's why I'm here, and I can appreciate the organization. So I'm speaking from experience as well too. Yes.
So how do I, if I meet a brother on the street, what can I say to him, like within 2 minutes or 1 minute, to give him something to think about? What can I say to him that maybe you would say to somebody if you're passing by and you want, because it's always that with me.
Yeah. Well, we're for the uplifting of fallen humanity. You know, when I see my brothers and sisters, I introduce myself as a brother and I call them brother, or I may exalt them and call them king or call a queen.
Yeah.
You know, just little small things
Words.
like that. You know.
Your sword. You're using your sword.
playing with the. You see what?
Using your sword.
Using my sword, basically. Yeah, I got to. Yeah. Absolutely.
So we're gonna go down. We're gonna get a little bit of footage downstairs. Did you want to say something else?
No, we want to talk to our Supreme Grand.
Well, I've been waiting to get with him.
He's on location.
We all need security. Is he in?
He's on location.
Who is? Where is it?
Our big brother right here.
Oh, that's the grand. Wait. Oh, let me get up.
You can sit there.
Now, come on in, my brother. I'd really like to talk with you because.
I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah, you sound like you the president. Come on, have a seat right here. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna sit right between y'all if you don't mind. Now this is really amazing to me because your fellow brothers have made it clear a lot of things about the Science Moorish Temple of America and what it stands for, and you're the, what do they call you again now? The
Supreme Grand Sheikh.
What is that?
That's the head leader of this particular grand body, the Unity Temple, the Moorish Science Temple of America.
I see. Are there several bodies?
Yeah, there's different bodies of Moorish Americans.
Okay, so are there different sheiks for those different bodies then?
National leaders, yeah.
Okay, so you're a national.
No, I'm Supreme Grand Sheikh of
So-
the Unity Moorish Science Temple of America.
So what exactly? So does that cover a certain area, or is that
We everywhere.
everywhere in the
but
world?
There are other grand bodies of the Moorish Science Temple of America with other leadership.
But your title doesn't matter where you go in the world with a Moorish organization. You still hold that title, right?
Oh, no doubt.
And they respect that. And what is your function?
It's to teach brothers and sisters how to learn to love instead of hate, and and represent those things that bring about the ancient history and tales of our forefathers and mothers.
What made you? How long you been in this how long did it take you to do that? I mean, what the desire did you have to want to get into that? Is it the same as what they've been talking
Well,
about?
I've been in the Moorish Science Temple of America since 1976.
Wow.
And what I found is that knowing the knowledge of self was a bedrock of purity. And once I got into the teachings, it motivated me to just propagate and live the life and share it among those who are unconscious.
How do you grow to be? So you got the secretary, you got these different positions. How do you get to these positions, and what significance do they hold as it relates to the Moorish people?
Faithful.
So that moves you up in rank in terms of responsibility.
Yeah. Well, your own particular abilities to carry out certain works.
I see.
So
is it the fact that you take the individual the individual that comes in and you help them find their gift or their special talent that will work for the organization?
Well, that too, but also when you are dealing with people that have the knowledge already, have leadership of nature, then it don't take that long for them to unfold.
So if people are, I'm gonna turn this off. So if people are on drugs or have psychological problems, is there a place within the Moorish organization where they can go and get help?
Well, those who have mud in their eye, we don't have those type of institutions, but we can direct you to various different institutions that can help you.
You say mud.
Yeah.
And explain that in detail.
Well, you're subjected to a.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn this off. I thought it was off. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I know better than this.
Don't worry, it happens to all of us.
Okay, that's off now. Okay, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Now you asked about people that were subjected to drugs, right?
Right, people who.
Well, you know, it become a body of desire, then you send them to places that can help them. You help them find those
So
places.
you guys have resources and places they can go and get the help. Do y'all help them, like escort them, or do y'all hand carry them in some instances?
No, we'll direct them to a certain institution.
I see.
Mhm.
I see. So why should I, if I'm just anybody, be a Moor instead of a Christian or?
Well, when you say more,
Catholic.
you're talking about nationality. You're not talking about religion.
Oh, we talking about nationality? Okay.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to say something like that. And that's, I think, is the biggest part of what we've been talking about, what I've been working on for the last 20 years, trying to unify our people. And it seems to me that the Moorish Science Temple of America is doing just that.
That's right.
I do know that there are some people may not like some of the rules, as we talked about earlier, but that shouldn't stop us from unifying and becoming one as a family.
That's right.
So you're going to speak downstairs?
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to say a few words.
It's like to me,
You have to forgive me. I'm not a camera type person.
No, you're doing very well. You're just being yourself, and that's all we really want. You know?
Right.
And,
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. I won't hold you because I know you want to prepare and get things together.
No, I'm good.
You okay?
Well,
Is there anything else you want to say, since we're putting this out there to people that might be thinking about it or might want to get into it, all of you guys, what they can do and how they can get in touch with you and how it's going to benefit them?
well, here, you know, this is our convention, but here we're at 838 West Marquette, Chicago, Illinois, 60621, suit 203 and 205. They want to know anything about the Moorish Science Temple of America, just come in and ask for Kenyu Umabe. And
Say that again, please.
Kenyu Umabe.
And you're going to have to
Bay.
type, because I'm going to need to be able to spell that.
Okay, we can get that done.
Okay, so yeah, when they come in and ask for you, and you're gonna direct them or talk with them or have one of the guys, depending on their situation, how do y'all assess that? I mean, when somebody just come in, what do you do?
Well, most of the time you'll be talking to me because I'm here most of the time. And I will, you know, recess what they're interested in. And once they tell me they're interested in more science of America, we'll go over the ethics of our teachings. And from there, we onward.
Well, I tell you, I did this piece where unity is the key, and I see there's a lot of brothers and sisters in here. And if anybody else want to tell, if you heard us talking, I'd like for the sisters to say something, because I know the women, you know, there's some women involved somewhere around here. We have sisters, and if you don't mind, let me talk to you about what it is to be a sister in this organization, and you know what I mean, how it's going to affect them. I understand with men, it's a little bit different with women. I understand the practice is pretty much the same, the foundation of it. But I gotta believe that there's some differences, in being a female in this organization. How you doing, man? What's your name, man?
I'm Cynthia Smithfield.
Okay, that's a lot for me. Can you say that one more time, please?
Sheikah Cynthia Smithfield.
Okay, so is that the same position as except it's a female?
She's a sheik, and she's the supreme business manager.
Is that right? So is her rank higher or lower? Well, you the main.
I'm the supreme grand
Okay.
sheik.
No,
I'm the
I
head of
am-
the organization.
I'm a part of his staff, appointed
I
staff.
see. So what's your function?
Well, I am the Supreme Business Manager here at the Unity Temple office, the Grand Major Temple for the Unity Temple body. I'm also the Grand Governess of the California Territory for Unity Temple number 80.
So how does, if I were a woman, if a woman's watching now, what would you say to her as it refers to the Moorish Science Temple of America? What would you say to them to get them to believe in it or to desire to come?
To join,
Yeah.
well, first of all, understand about nationality, and we need to have a deeper appreciation for womanhood, which means for ourselves, and to connect and to teach our children the laws of nation building, because we are the first teachers. So we have a committed charge to ourselves, being the ones who actually give birth, that we would teach our children the laws. And so if we are not conscious of these laws, then I would say to at least inspect and investigate something that will make our condition better for our youth, because they are our future.
And the variable difference is you're a man and you're a female, and those need to be separate but together in the household so that the children understand that, and the little boys and little girls. So how long have you been involved?
I started in 2007.
And you've been working your way up? You came in as what? Just a member?
Just a
or-
regular member.
Did you talk with her? Was she one of the ones you talked with? Or?
Well, she was already in the organization.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's been working, even though you're not at that particular location where the
Right.
people come in and everybody's working.
Absolutely.
So yeah, what's it feel like to be a? I can imagine that it helps you with your womanhood. How to
Absolutely.
be more of a mother, how to teach, and how to be more of a wife.
Right.
You understand? So can you tell some of these women who are so wayward something they can at least try to do right now to change so that they can become integral and have some loyalty with their family and their kids and build some kind of legacy and to be a true queen?
Exactly. So, first of all, for your first question, how does it feel? It's the greatest feeling that I've ever experienced for myself. Understanding who I am, who my forefathers were, and staying in honor with that, and giving the promise of having a longer life and better conditions. But for the women, just to let them know that they actually have an imperative part to play in this uplifting of fallen humanity and nation building, that it would behoove them to understand who they truly are, the bloodline in which they come from, and the actual vital existence of the woman to participate in this dynamic is fortified with that feminine energy, because it's inclusive, and that we are all that we're looking for. And again, that when sisters connect, this dynamic it's truly a fact. We know that Allah is leading on and victory is sure, but that is inclusive of the sisters. And so we're putting out a call to all of the beautiful women, no matter where they are in their walks of life, no matter what conditions they've been through in the environment in which they were subjected to or exposed to, that we're here to heal and to nurture us back to a place where we could be fortified and raise our nation and be who the great spirit Allah has meant for us to be. Yes.
I have one other question. This may be a little off a little bit, but what if a gay person walks in and wants to join? What do you tell them?
They have the right to clean up themselves. They are not turned away, but they would definitely have to have the they have to want to. They have to have the need that they want to change.
Exactly.
Because they can't stay in an organization, because we don't tolerate that. We go strictly by the laws. And but definitely we will treat them the same as any other individual, because one condition is no less or greater than the other.
Right. So the teaching should take care of pretty much all of that.
Oh, absolutely,
And
without a
that
doubt.
should- so that's what I'm hearing, and that's what I'm hearing from all you guys. The teaching is the same as what I do. I just do it differently. I'm in the street.
Okay.
I'm in the mud with them, and that's just my position. I play my position. I appreciate that. And the reason you're
Absolutely.
here is because I wanted people to know what a woman's position is, even in just the household.
Absolutely.
The way it's going now, when I see the kids, I can't blame the kids. I'm looking at the parents. So the position as a woman in the household, what do you say to these ladies? What is their position as a woman, and then as having a house and having a household?
So in the household, there are different roles for a woman. Not that she can't do any role, but she is placed to first and foremost to take care of her children and the duties of her household, and to teach her children the laws, because she brings forth the childbearer. And so if they know, no matter whether they're the feminine or the masculine, then this nation rises to a pinnacle where it is placed to be.
I want to get back with you guys. I know you want to get down there and get done. Give me your names one more time.
Kenyu Umar Bey.
Cynthia Smith-L.
Brother Stephen Lee Bay.
And I'm gonna get this. There's so many people out here. It's amazing how the unity, and that's rare in our community, to see this kind of unity working together on this level. And I really do appreciate that. And anything you need from me in terms of production or anything like that, I got your back. And Christian does too. And he also has a nonprofit, and what he does is feed people and give them clothes. And we're working on helping them with shelter. So he'll be one of the other avenues that you can direct people to, because we definitely want to connect with you on that.
Okay.
Indeed.
Last words, anybody?
Thank you for your time.
Tell them.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for giving us your ear, and hopefully a portion of your mind, and hopefully we said something that will inspire you to go within yourself and, visit some areas that may have been, a little uncomfortable for you, and, you be inspired to have courage for the truth and then to act on that. If you're looking to take out your nationality or learn more about your nationality, as our Supreme Grand Sheik stated, you are more than welcome to come into this hall of learning and make inquiry, and we'll be glad to render you a favorable reply.
Great. How about you, sir? I'm sorry, I want to save you for last. The best for last.
The great meeting is on. It's a blessing to have you come in and interview us. It's a great meeting.
It's my pleasure, and I've learned a lot. Even though through my travels I've learned a lot. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes. My last words would be that the mothers are the first teachers, and that we have a responsibility to teach our children these basic fundamentals and nation building. And so if our mothers teach these lessons to their little ones, they may learn to love instead of hate, and love conquers all, and that's what it's about.
This is the Moorish Science Temple of America.
There we go.
And these are the brothers and sisters, and wow, I wish I could get with you guys. I'll get with you guys later. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for your commitment to the people of the community. And really, I'm just looking forward to seeing it and letting the people see it, physically see it happen.
All right.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to see. So,
Okay.
Gratitude.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Peace and love.